What's going on, guys? I'm Mighty back at again with the weekly Raw Skins videos, and today we have a not so exciting week, to be honest, in my opinion. So we've got this Obsidian LR. I've only seen what it looks like in the pictures, and it looks actually sick in the pictures, but it's $3.95. I'll talk a little bit more about that later. We've got the Bombshell L9, we've got the Corrupted set continuing. Bombshell is also a continuation of a set, but it's all made by different skin creators. For that German guy, we have the Shimmering custom SMG, continuation of the Shimmering double barrel from last week, I'm pretty sure it was. A Vol wooden door, glowing and deployable, light side prism SAR, and the lightweight bow. So let's get started with the clothing and look at the corrupted armor. We've got the corrupted vest and the corrupted road sign helmet, each going for $2.60. And overall, I really do like the design of these. I'm not often a fan of the cutouts in the faces of metal face masks and road sign helmets, but coffee can helmets, but overall I do like what these look like, and I think that they are a really nice set when they're all put together. So $2.60 for these items. I would recommend getting the vest over the road sign helmet, just because they usually do perform better. Overall, $2.60 is a good price for them to be at, in my opinion, because that is the center store price for the armor at the moment, I'm pretty sure. And at the moment, the corrupted set has got a decent demand for it. A lot of people seem to be liking it. Although, just keep in mind, this is most likely going to be some of the last items of corrupted, if not the last, because we've already got the metal gear, the hoodie and pants, the kilt, and the road sign gloves. The only thing really we're waiting on now are the boots, so hopefully they do get accepted, but at the moment the fact that the gloves are out and the boots didn't get accepted or haven't been made, I'm not really sure, doesn't give me very high hopes. So $2.60. I do think you can probably actually get this for cheaper on the community market with a buy order, but as a long-term investment, I do think that both the corrupted vest and road sign helmet will be good investments overall, but I do think that you'll be able to get them for cheaper with a buy order. So for that reason, I will recommend investing in them, but mainly off of the community market for this week. If you want to misplay skins, I do think buying them off the Rust Item store will also be a safe investment, and then selling them later down the line. So I do think that the corrupted vest and road sign helmet will be a medium to long-term investment, but overall I do think that they'll be a safe investment. If you're looking for short-term investments, I really wouldn't invest in anything for this week, to be honest. Alright, moving over to the weapons, we have the Bombshell L96, the second L96 skin to be added to the game. The No Mercy was obviously the first last week. So this is going for $2.60, and the Bombshell set is a continuation of that German guy's skins, usually all made by different skin creators. And I can see in the picture that it's like a silver grey finish, but all of his other skins have been green, so I'm really interested to see what this looks like in game, whether it actually is grey or if it's green, because like in the front picture it looks green, but then in the rest of the pictures it is grey. So I'm going to be very interested to see what that looks like in game. But overall, the No Mercy L9 performed quite well, and this one's even cheaper, $2.60. So I do think that the Bombshell L96 is going to be a pretty safe investment for this week. It's a military themed skin, it's a content creator skin, and that German guy's only going to get bigger the more popular Rust becomes, and then the more popular skins become. So I do think that the Bombshell L96 is going to be a safe investment for this week. It's also currently the second on the top sellers, so not the best spot for it to be at the moment when it comes to oversaturation. But honestly, I don't think this skin, this week's skin store is amazing, so I don't think that there is going to be a crazy amount of anything really selling. And so I don't think oversaturation is going to be too bad for this Bombshell L96. $2.60 is a good spot for it to be at, and I will recommend investing in the Bombshell L96 for this week. That German guy does only have two Bombshell weapon skins, that being the MP5 and M249. The MP5 has a pretty high quantity of 149, but it's going for $6.51, and the Bombshell has a relatively low quantity, pretty high for M249s, but 42 quantity, and that's going for $14.87. As I said, the more popular he becomes, the more his skins will sell, the higher the demand, and then the higher the price. I do think there is going to be a very pretty high amount of the L96 skins on the community market, but the fact that it's going for $2.60, I do think it will be a safe investment for this week. So I will recommend investing in the Bombshell L96 for this week. Alrighty, moving over to the Light Prism SAR, going for $2.60. We have a Light Prism AK already accepted in the game, called the Light Prism AR, going for $1.75. It only came out a week or two ago, and there is 100 of them on the community market, so they got pretty oversaturated when it comes to AK skins. Not many people really want to get a random AK skin. They all want to get their set AK skins that are usually already in the community market. So the Light Prism SAR going for $2.60, that's fine. It's the standard store price, but I really don't think it's going to perform that well. The Light Prism AR is going for $1.75, and I'm assuming it went for around about $2.60 as well. So obviously that means you've lost money on that one if you did invest in it. I didn't recommend investing in the AK, and I'm not going to recommend investing in the SAR either, just because I do think that there is better SAR skins for below $2.60 or that price on the community market already, and because the previous Light Prism AR wasn't a successful investment, I don't think that the Light Prism SAR is going to be a very successful investment either. So for that reason, I'm not going to recommend investing in it, and don't check your Discord because it's not yours. Alright, moving over to the lightweight bow, going for $2.60. Overall, this is actually a really cool looking bow skin because it does look like it's fully metal. But bow skins don't have a very high demand, so if the quantity is really higher than 90, then I don't really see the bow skin performing well. It's already going for $2.60, which is the standard store price. Good spot for it to be at, but it would be better if they made the bow skins just a little bit cheaper, so that we could make more money. Obviously, they don't have to do that because Facepunch is a company that they make money, so that's not going to happen. Currently, it is last on the top sellers, so definitely a good spot for it to be at. When it comes to oversaturation, I don't think it will be oversaturated, but a lot can change throughout the rest of this week. At the moment, we have 4 pages of bow skins, and 2 of those pages are below standard store price of $2.60. So overall, I'm not going to recommend investing in the lightweight bow for this week, even though I do think it is a nice looking bow skin. You could pick it up with a buy order off of the community market, try and get it for a little bit cheaper, and then you'll probably be able to make a little bit of money. Not a crazy amount, because as I said, bow skins don't have a very high demand. So overall, I'm not going to recommend investing in the lightweight bow for this week, although I do think it is a pretty cool looking skin. Right, moving over to the Obsidian LR. In my opinion, this is a really cool looking skin, but I've only seen it from the Rust-On Store's pictures. Going for $3.95 is definitely not a good start for it because it is above center store price, and I don't really know why. I would really like to see what this looks like in game, because one of these pictures looks like not very good, and the other ones look like it in the render, so it obviously does look really nice with all its lighting and stuff like that. So I'd like to see what this actually looks like in game before I really say anything about it. But at the moment, the fact that it's $3.95, I don't think that it is a crazy standout skin judging by just these in-specs that I'm looking at right now. So $3.95, I do think you're going to be able to get it for cheaper on the community market with a buy order. So I'm pretty much just going to say I'm not going to recommend investing in the Obsidian LR off of the community market for this week. I might change my mind. If I do, it's going to be written up on the screen right now once I see it in game. But if there's nothing on the screen, then I'm not really changing my mind. I'm not going to recommend investing in the Obsidian LR for this week, just because it does look like it's too expensive, $3.95, and it looks really nice in the renders, but in some of the in-spec pictures, I'm not loving it. So for that reason, I'm not going to recommend investing in the Obsidian LR for this week. Alright, moving over to the Shimmering Custom SMG, a continuation of the Shimmering set, and we just previously had the Shimmering Double Barrel, I think it was last week. So $2.60 standard store price for weapons, and overall I actually do like the top of this custom skin. I don't really like the body, it looks a little bit bland and boring, but I do think that it's a pretty nice looking custom skin. It doesn't really have any meme effect, it doesn't have anything to stand out, but it is overall a nice looking skin when you're just walking around with it. So it's currently in the middle of the top sellers, not a terrible spot for it to be at. Customs don't really have a crazy high demand, but they usually don't get oversaturated too much unless you're the Symbiote SMG, which has 505 quantity on the community market, so that got absolutely munted. There's only 4 pages of custom skins, so there really isn't that many custom skins on the community market. If this thing ever got a buff, then obviously all the skins would go up in price. I don't think it will, because it's in a pretty good state at the moment, but only 1 out of the 4 pages are below standard store price of $2.60. So overall, I do think that custom skins are pretty safe investments, and as long as this doesn't really go in the top half of the top sellers, so currently it's in the middle, so if it goes to the 4th spot, not going to recommend investing in it, but if it stays 5th or below, then I will recommend investing in it, because I do think that the Shimmering Custom SMG is a nice looking skin, and I do think that it's nice enough to go up in value as a long-term investment. As a short-term investment though, just like pretty much everything else in this Rust item store, I don't think it will go up in price. But overall, as a long-term investment, I do think the Shimmering Custom SMG should be a pretty safe investment. It's not going to make you a massive amount of profit, but it will make you some profit. If you buy it as a play skin off of the Rust item store and use it for a while, then I do think once you get sick of it, you can sell it and then make a bit of profit. If you buy it with a buy order on the community market, you'll be able to make even more profit, which I do think that will be the best option to do. So I'll recommend investing in it on the community market with a buy order. I do think that's going to be the cheapest way of getting it, but if you want to pick it up on the Rust item store as a play skin, then I'll recommend doing that as well, because I don't think you're really going to lose money from it. Overall, as an investment, I don't think it's going to make you that much money, and I don't think it's going to be really worth your money holding onto it. So for that reason, I'm not going to recommend investing in the Shimmering Custom SMG for this week off of the Rust item store. Alrighty, moving over to the Evolved Wooden Door, going for $2.60. This is a wooden door skin, and it is set in store price for deployables. So this is actually a glowing deployable, glowing wooden door, and we do actually have a few glowing wooden doors already, that being the Trick or Treat door, the Growth of Evil, the Halloween wooden door, the Christmas tree door, and another door that I'm most likely forgetting. I'm pretty sure there is one more though. I think it might be the Dreamcatcher or something like that. So at the moment, the wooden door skins don't really have a very high demand, and that is because they're wooden doors. They're tier 1, they're replaced pretty much instantly at the start of your wipe, and I do think that it's going to remain like that for a long period of time. At the moment, the Evolved Wooden Door is currently 3rd last on the top sellers, so not a bad spot for it to be at, but there is a chance that it could get oversaturated for a wooden door. Obviously, the quantity is lower for wooden doors when it comes to oversaturation because their demand just isn't as high. So it is a really nice looking skin. It does have a pretty cool looking glow. $2.60 isn't a bad price for it to be at. But as I said, there isn't a very high demand for wooden door skins. I do think you'll be able to get it for cheaper on the community market with the buy order. And we do have about 3.5 pages out of the 5 below center store price of wooden door skins. So for that reason, I'm not going to recommend investing in the Evolved Wooden Door for this week, because I don't think that it is going to be a very good investment when it comes to making a decent amount of profit. You might be able to make like a few cents, but I really don't think it's going to be worth spending your money on. Overall though, as a play skin, it looked really nice. I really do like the skin, and if you want to pick it up, then I'd recommend getting it off of the community market with the buy order, because you are going to get it for a little bit cheaper. Unless you want to support the skin creator, then buy it off of the Rust item store. Overall, not going to recommend investing in the Evolved Wooden Door for this week. Alright guys, this is my cart for this week. I'm not getting the SAR, I'm getting one of everything else. It's going to be the cheapest cart that I have bought in a very long time. Going to cost me $19.55. I can't even remember the last time it didn't cost me over $20. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Overall, this week is not very good for investing, in my opinion, when it comes to short-term, medium-term, or long-term. I do think that there's going to be better items in the future when it comes to long-term investments. So really, I'm not investing this week, only really picking up stuff that I want to collect, which, as I've said in my past videos, I'm not always buying these carts as investments, and sometimes I am buying them just because I like to own the skins or collect them. So overall, going to cost me $19.55. Wouldn't recommend copying my cart every week, including this week. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and remember, have a skits one.
Why?
Alright guys, I just want to congratulate Defix for winning the Scrap Neon box. When he hits my DMs, then he's going to get the Neon Scrap storage box. So congratulations to him. Thank you to the 551 people that entered, and thank you to everyone that has recently joined the Discord. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you start making fat stonks, and I hope you enjoy the future giveaways. So thanks for joining and being part of the community, and remember, have a skits one. Congrats, Defix.